Right, good morning guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. Gonna be a full day of eating today. Firstly, two things I've got to apologise for. One, the mess on my head. That is going today. I've got a haircut booked today. Thankfully, it has been too long, but I'm going to Prague next week. So I'm pushing it back and waiting till then. So yeah, got it booked today. You'll see like halfway through this video, my hair will change and I'll actually look a little bit better. Second thing, apologise for. I forgot to start. I forgot what I was eating that I was doing this video. So I've actually already started eating meal one. So that's half of it left. But meal one, 75-gram egg whites, 3 whole eggs, 4 reduced fat bacon medallions, and then 100 grams of sourdough. Now, along with this, I have some Hydromax and glutamine in there. Basically, a hydration formula and then L-glutamine for multiple benefits when it comes to recovery. It's the sour apple one, Hydromax from Strong, but you can get it on full Boar with code HB. That goes for glutamine as well. So yeah, as you can tell, appetite is still very high, even with the high food. So yeah, I'm halfway through this, but I will eat this. I'm gonna put up all the calories and macros at the end of the video. We'll do the whole day, and then I will run through the totals at the end. But it is a training day today. Usually on a rest day, the foods are exactly the same. The only thing is there's less on a rest day, and instead of one of my meals, I have a different meal. But I'll go through that later on. So yeah, with this, I don't have the sourdough on a rest day. Just have everything else like normal, and then actually have 150 gram of egg whites instead of 75. That's the only difference on a rest day. But yeah, gonna eat this because I'm still very hungry, and then I'm gonna take the dog for a walk, and then I will catch you when I am prepping my other meals. Right, apologies that first clip was a bit rushed, or like did not make a lot of sense. I'm still half asleep when I eat that meal. It's only until I go out and actually walk and I go outside that I wake up a little bit. So yeah, I am awake now, don't worry. And like I said, into prepping my meat and rice meals for the day. This is something I do every single morning. It just makes life a lot easier. Once it's done first thing in the morning, don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day, and I can just these 2 meals that I have on a train day, and it's 3 on a rest day. They're just done. They're waiting in the fridge for me. I can stick them in the microwave, and we are good to go. That's something a lot of people sort of don't get right, is the preparation and like the organization side of things. If you are prepared and organized and have everything set up for the day and you've planned out your day correctly to the point where you have all your meals with you, you know exactly when you're going to get your steps done, you know when you're going to get your training done, your cardio done, and everything like that. It's just a case of going through the day and ticking off the boxes that need to be ticked off when you've got it planned for. It's something I say to a lot of clients is, if you've got people who have busy work schedules or busy uni life, school life, wherever it is, the night before, think about what you've got on the following day with regards to like uni, school, work, whatever it is. Think about what timings you've got to adhere to for that, and then factor in your physique development boxes around that. So if you work a 9 to 5, you need to think, okay, that means I'm going to be going to the gym at 6:30 at night. That means I need to be eating my pre-workout meal at about 5 o'clock. Once I finish work, once I get home, I'll have that. I'll go to the gym. But it'll make it easier if I get up half an hour early in the morning and go for a half an hour walk to get a good amount of steps done. Then that's them done for the day. You can meal prep in the morning. That's that done for the day. You know you're going to hit your meals. There's no chance of you having to go out and get a meal deal to replace the meal because you haven't cooked it. It's done. It's ready. Sorry, I'm just weighing that out. It's done. It's ready. You don't need to worry about it, and you are good to go. And there's no chance of missing anything because you have everything planned. So yeah, that's something that I would advocate and do tell clients to do, because it is very important. you can get everything done. It's just a case of actually organising yourself. Talking about organisation, there's not enough mince left in the fridge for me, so I'm going to have to go and get some when I go and get my hair cut, and just cook that later. But it's not a massive issue. I'm not going to stress about it. If I didn't have time to go to the shops and get the mince, I would just have a chicken and rice meal and then put some extra fats in and have like some dark chocolate or something, because obviously mince is a bit higher in fat than chicken. So yeah, don't stress about anything. There's always other options. Sometimes it's not the nicest, it's not the easiest, but it's still doable. And if you want to achieve something and want to achieve your goals, you will find a way to do so. Peppers for each meal. In the off season, I don't weigh my veg out. I have a pepper and I half it between the beef and rice and the chicken and rice. And then when I on a rest day, when I have another chicken and rice, I'll have 2 peppers and just split it evenly between the 3 meals. On prep, I would definitely be weighing it out, purely because it is veg contains fiber. Fiber affects digestion, and you want to be making sure that digestion is obviously on point. When you're eating more food and have like digestive enzymes in place and stuff like that, it's not too much of an issue with exact amounts, because when you're eating a lot of food, like I'm on 4,500 calories, 100 calories of pepper isn't, well, it's not even that, 50 calories of pepper isn't going to be making much of a difference. But it's just nice, something to have, especially as appetite is still fairly high for me. Having this in just volumizes the meal a little bit, and it just tastes nice as well. Also, red pepper is the goat. If you think green pepper's the goat, you're vile. Yellow I'll deal with, and orange I'll deal with. But yeah, if you think green is better than red, then you need to get yourself checked, because that is quite worrying if that is the case. When it comes to water intake for the day, I'm having around 6 to 7 litres every day, which, yeah, it might sound like a lot. And every time I say it to someone else, like my mum or dad or my grandparents or something, they're like, what? But it's necessary. Hydration. If you're not hydrated, how can you expect to be performing and recovering properly, especially when 70% of your muscles are made up of water? Drink your water and you will actually, 1, get a pump in the gym, 2, your training performance will increase, your recovery will be better, your digestion will be better, your joints will feel better. Just be hydrated. Obviously, it can vary depending on body weight, but I would say everyone, if you are trying to actually gain something when you are training, I'd say at least 4 litres a day. If you're a bit more experienced, I'd say at least 5 litres a day. 7 may be a bit excessive for most people, but it's what I want to do. I want to be a pro. I'm going to be doing everything I can. So if that means drinking a bit more water during the day, I'm going to. Right, morning sups going in. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not going to go through all of the reasons I take all of these. I'll run through them quickly now with you once I've taken them. But take them after a meal. Don't have it first thing in the morning, because there's nothing in your stomach to actually help digest them. You just put in like capsules in your stomach on an empty stomach, which is not going to be nice for your stomach. So make sure you actually have a meal and then take your sups, so they actually, don't hurt your stomach and get any ulcers or anything, but then also it's actually going to be uptaken properly with a bit of food in your stomach. So in that we have multivitamin, omega-3s, psyllium husk, vital support, love heart, vitamin D3K2, vitamin C, B12 complex, and a digestive enzyme. So a lot of them very self-explanatory. There's a few in there, like psyllium husk is for digestion, help actually like bind everything up. But yeah, the rest are pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to do a morning routine video where I will break down the different sups in there, just because a morning routine isn't going to last very long. So I'll make it a bit longer with breaking down the all the steps I take. But yeah, another thing, I'm about to have a coffee, but hydrate first. Hydrate, then caffeinate. Don't wake up and then the first thing you do is have a coffee and get caffeine in you. There you have it. 2 meals prepped, easily done. Both meat and rice meals prepped for the day. Well, 1.5. I'll do the minutes later. But yeah, that's as easy as literally half an hour done. And if I had 1 or 2 more meals like that, it would take the same amount of time. Just put it all in the same thing, rice in the same pot, chicken in the same pan, and then just divvy it up. It's all done, all very easy. It doesn't take long. It just takes a bit of thinking to get up a little bit earlier or plan your time a little bit better. So rather than sitting on your phone or watching the TV in the mornings, do spend half an hour actually setting yourself up to make progress instead. Now, time is 9 o'clock. My haircut is at 10 past 10. I need to leave at 10. So I'm going to shower, have this meal now. Usually meal 2 is my pre-workout meal at about 10 o'clock. But obviously I've got a haircut, so I'm going to have that a bit later. So I'm going to have this meal now, well, in about half an hour after I've showered. So yeah, I'll run through that meal once I sit down and have it. Right, so this meal is 100 grams of raw weight rice, 200 grams raw weight chicken, half a pepper, 5 grams of olive oil, and then a bit of pig salt and 50% ketchup. When it comes to like sauces and seasonings, I'd say you just go for the lighter, the lower calorie ones. Seasonings is a bit different, just whatever digests well with you, because some seasonings have different ingredients in which don't digest well with a lot of people. So yeah, pick one that obviously digests well and stick with that really. And then sauces, I have 50% ketchup on all of my meals. Well, not my cream rice or Rice Krispies, but my eggs, chicken and rice, mince and rice. That's what I have. I have on those. Just 50% ketchup. I like it. It tastes nice, and I don't feel like I need to have anything else. I don't want to be adding a load of barbecue sauces in or sriracha or anything. Obviously, you can. Sriracha's like not a bad one because it is fairly low calories. It tastes nice. Great. Go for it. Just keep it consistent, especially in prep. Like in the off season, if it's different, you can mix around a little bit because obviously your food is higher, so the small calorie changes from those aren't going to make too much of a difference. However, if you are in a prep, I would keep the sauce the same and the amount you have the same every day. Otherwise, you are going to be fluctuating your weight. You're fluctuating the amount of calories you are having just through having different sauces or different amounts of sauces, and that is going to affect your weight. So, in a prep, have everything consistent. In off season, I still have it consistent, but you can play around with it. It's not too much of an issue. But I'm going to go and have this. Watch The Office. I'm rewatching it again. I'm on like season 8. I think I just started season 8, so 2 more seasons left. Going to go watch that, eat this, and then I'm going to go and head for my haircut. So the next time you see me, I will probably, or hopefully, look a bit better. Right, so as you can see, looking a fair bit more presentable now, now that I've had a haircut. But jumping straight into the next meal, which is the pre-workout meal, which is probably the best meal of the day, let's be honest. 100 gram cream of rice, 60 gram of whey, 75 gram blueberries, 75 gram of raspberries, and 10 grams of dark chocolate. One of like my favorite meal of the day. Flavor wise, cream of rice is the white chocolate and coconut. However, there's 80 grams of that, and then there's the 20 grams of salty caramel, just because I ran out of the white chocolate one. So yeah, but the white chocolate coconut is top 3 flavors, along with sticky toffee pudding and chocolate orange. Those 3 are the best cream of rice flavors you can get. And then I've got the white chocolate Perform whey protein on top as a whey paste, which is to die for. It is lovely. But yeah, you can go and grab both of those from Full Boar Sports. Again, code HB. Along with this, I've also had some GDA as well. So Glycomax, which is Strom's GDA, glucose disposal agent, just to help with the partitioning of the nutrients from the carbohydrates. As food is quite high now, making sure that we are actually utilizing the carbohydrates that I'm intaking is going to be very important to make sure that I'm actually utilizing it rather than storing it as fat. So that is the reason for that. So had those about 5-10 minutes ago, and then having this now. I eat this meal about an hour before I train, just so that it's fully digested and all of the food is in my system and actually being there ready to be utilized as fuel for my training performance. If you're having a meal, especially if it's a decent sized one, and then going straight into training, that's still going to be digesting whilst you're training, which one is going to make you feel potentially a little bit bloated while you're training. The blood is going to be in your digestive system rather than in your muscles when you are training, and the nutrients that you've eaten to fuel your weight training aren't going to be in your system yet because they're still digesting. So take your time, have a bit of time between your pre-meal and your training. I like to have about an hour. That is like the right amount for me right now with this amount of food. Potentially a bit less time when I am in prep and food is a bit lower, and potentially a bit more time if food gets higher as well, just to make sure everything is fully digested before I train. So yeah, gonna have this now, do a bit of work, and then I am going to drive to the gym. It takes about 25 minutes, so I'll have this, do about 20 minutes of work, drive to the gym, and then start like warming up, stretching out and everything. And then once I start training, it'll be about an hour 15 since I finished this, which would be perfect for me. So yeah, once I finish this and before I go to the gym, I will run you through my intra-workout, and then after the gym, we'll take you through my post-workout. But yeah, that is meal number 3 for today, and I will catch you in a bit. Right, so the intra-workout concoction is 45 grams of Berry Burst Performance Fuel, and then 15 grams of EAAs in there as well. I will just drink this throughout my session. Normally finish it within the first after the first 3 exercises. Normally that's all gone, and then I'll just fill it up with water, replace it like that. Very important when you are training, having some sort of form of intra-workout carbohydrates and proteins. The carbs, 1, to sustain energy throughout the session, 2, for actually replenishing the glycogen stores that you are depleting while you are training, so it's going to start that recovery process quicker. And then the EAAs for that muscle protein synthesis whilst you are training. Obviously, having a big gap between your pre and post workout meals, you want to get a big hit of protein in whilst you are training as well. So that is all sorted, all ready to go. I am about to head off to the gym now, and then I will catch you in the car for my post workout meal. Right, very successful push session just finished up. Push session, yeah, that's a great one to say. Push session just wrapped up. Very, very successful. Jesus Christ. Very, very good. The main presses will be on my Instagram in the next couple of days. So if you're not following me on there, which I'm sure all of you are, that no one has come here from YouTube. I can guarantee that now. But yeah, if you're not following me there, go follow me on there, and you'll be able to see that session. But post-workout going in, just had my GDAs for this meal. We got a banana, 160 grams of Rice Krispies with 15 grams of dark chocolate in there, and then another 60 grams of whey in this meal. One of, if not the most important meal of the day. Obviously, you've got your pre-workout and post-workout. They're going to be the most important, fueling training and then fueling your recovery. This is the first like proper meal I'm having for my recovery. It needs to be high in carbohydrates to replenish the glycogen stores that have depleted in the gym, and then also a good hit of protein to start that muscle protein synthesis recovery process. So yeah, good bit of carbs, good bit of protein, one of the most important meals of the day. If you're not getting in a good amount of carbs and protein post-workout, or this meal and your pre-workout should have the highest carbs throughout your day. If you have another meal where carbs are higher than your pre or post-workout, swap it around. Move some carbs over so that you can aid performance, aid recovery, and continue to progress in the gym, because that is what is going to grow muscle. So yeah, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to put my phone down because my shoulder is killing me after just training shoulders, and I am very hungry. So I will catch up with you once I am back home. Right, so back home, done a bit of work, started a client setup. Someone signed up yesterday and they're going to get their plan today, because quality of service does not drop, standards do not drop. So getting him sorted out and set up now, but having a little break for meal number 5 today, which is 200 gram of beef mince, 100 gram of raw weight rice, half pepper, and then 3 grams of olive oil as well, and 50 grams of pineapple, which I've already eaten. The reason for pineapple is, 1, it tastes nice. 2, it's some micronutrients from fruits. And 3, it actually contains a digestive enzyme, which is also found in your stomach, which helps break down proteins. So when you are on a higher protein diet like myself, having that in there is going to aid with digestion. Again, so we can help uptake the food we are eating and actually utilize it. So this is going in now. It is currently 4:45. I will have my final meal at about 7, half 7 every day. Spread your meals out throughout the day. You'll have noticed, I know I hadn't put the timings on, but you'll have noticed that all my meals are about 2.5 to 3.5 hours apart. And there's a reason for that. I want to spread my meals out because I am hungry. I don't want to be eating a load of food first thing in the morning and then being hungry all day, or eating loads of food in the evening and be hungry all morning. And also so that I can actually spreading out, helping with digestion as well. If you're eating too close together, the meal that you've just eaten and then you're trying to eat another meal, that first meal is still trying to digest. So just trying to force down another meal whilst you're still digesting the previous one is not going to be very, very beneficial, and is not going to help at all when it comes to digesting the food. Appetite as well, keeping appetite nice and high. Having an empty stomach when you're going into having another meal is great, as you want to eat it. I'm hungry to eat this now. And then also spiking your MPS, having those 6 separate spikes of muscle protein synthesis throughout the day is going to be beneficial for recovery, and actually having your proteins, your muscles rebuilt through protein synthesis. So yes, meal number 5 going down now. Going to watch a bit of YouTube, and then get back to that client setup. Then I'm going to start editing this video that we're watching now, because it's going to go out tomorrow. Today's Thursday. I'm going to get it out for tomorrow, Friday, but I am traveling tomorrow because I am at the PCA finals all weekend with Trinity on the booth there. So if you are there, come and say hello if you're watching this already. Also on that note, Trinity, all Trinity clothing is 20% off with code HB for when this comes out in the next 10 days. So if you're watching this after 10 days, sorry, you missed out. But until for 10 days time, 20% off only with code HB. So run that up. But yeah, I'm going to dig into this because I'm quite hungry, and then I'm going to crack on with some more work, and then yeah, I will catch you for the final meal number 6. Right, final meal going down, meal number 6, which is a lovely bowl of rice pudding, 100 gram rice pudding, 45 gram of whey. I'm very specific with this. 24 gram mixed in to the rice pudding, and then 21 gram as the whey paste on top. Again, white chocolate whey paste and the whey mixed in. Then 50 gram of frozen raspberries, 50 gram frozen blueberries, and 10 grams of dark chocolate. A lovely meal to wrap up the day. Full calories and macros will be on the screen somewhere now. Off the top of my head, it is 315 protein, 70 fat, and then 625 gram of carb, which is about 4,300 calories, I believe. So yeah, still pretty high, but there's a lot of room to push. Appetite is still very good, very high. I'm still hungry all the time, and condition is still very good as well. So yeah, a lot of room to still push. Prague next week, we'll film a few videos out there, and then once we get back from Prague, it is full send for the rest of the year, potentially a little bit of the start of next year as well. See how we get on. Push body weight potentially to weights I haven't been at before, which is anything above 220. which will be exciting. Very looking forward to that very much. But yeah, that is the current full day of eating. There will be a full day of eating in Prague. There will be some sort of food video in Prague, a week in Prague, something like that. There'll be a couple videos out from Prague, and then obviously business as usual. But yeah, this will be up tomorrow night by Friday. So yeah, appreciate you watching. If you have made it to the end, which there's probably about one of you left, so thank you for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one.